Hey guys, I'm Nikki.
And I'm Brie.
We're best friends, moms, and obsessed with TV.
Check us out every Monday as we dissect motherhood, TV, pop culture, and whatever else derails the conversation.
It's like eavesdropping on your funniest, most unfiltered friends.
If your friends had a mic and no shame,
We're here for all of it, and honestly,
we're not mad about it.
hey Maddies, welcome back to another episode of Not Mad About It podcast. Today, your girls are recapping The Valley, and yes, we went back after our 1 week hiatus. Last week, as you know, we skipped it because we just didn't have it in us to watch these buffoons on our TV. And it really allowed us to focus all of our precious energy on Mormon Wives, which was very important to us.
And I'm sad, that's over, though. I miss Mormon Wives.
That's the big issue.
I know.
It happened too fast. I wish they would have released episodes a little bit spaced apart. 4 at a time, 3 at a time.
Well, sorry to cut off your intro, but I did see that there is 10 more episodes coming.
Do we know when?
We don't know when. There's 10 more episodes coming, and somebody was like, I hope they release them episodically. I hope they get the message. We have to break it up a little bit, because there's every episode was bam, bam, bam.
Well, yes. Actually, we always talk about the Vile Files. I was listening to his episode with Janet, I believe, and they were just doing a recap of the TV before, and they were talking about how they didn't feel like they could really dive into each episode so much because it's everybody just had to watch all 10 episodes.
I know.
And then we had to too, because we don't want to be left in the dust.
No, and when this is your job, you don't want to rush through it.
This is your it's your pro bono job.
But we had to, but I would have liked to just gone episode by episode because
yes.
I was even texting my friend so much stuff that
Your what?
My friend. I know, it's hard to believe. But there's so much stuff that we didn't even get to because we tried to prioritize.
Fael also said that that the first 10 episodes that they just dropped was a teaser for what's next. And you already said it because they said to be continued. But that it's coming and it's coming soon.
Wait, how could those first 10 episodes be a teaser for what's coming when so much went down?
Yeah.
That's actually crazy.
We have a lot to go, I guess.
I know. Sorry. I'm so sorry to cut you off, but
that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. But you guys know what we do here. We have the Valley. We're going to get into Summer House. We have part 1 of the reunion. And then Brie is just going to fill us in on whatever we like to call it niche millennial news. Yeah, that's us.
Basically, the things that
about the most random people,
that we see during the week that we really care about, and I know Nikki will care about too. But everything I see, every clip I see is talking about Taylor Swift, brought back her music, and Hailey Bieber's a billionaire, and I'm so happy for both those people. But do we need 45 people dissecting? What is there to dissect? Oh my God, she did it. Yay!
We did it.
Everyone love Hailey. Yay! I don't know. I want to talk about just the bottom of the barrel stuff
Well, I do actually just want to quickly talk about Hailey Bieber and the whole $1 billion of it all that she sold her cosmetic brand Rhode to
Elf.
What the fuck is up with Justin Bieber?
I don't know. It's scary. It's scary. Something's going on. Something deep is going on, and everybody's skirting around it. Even that clip of him with SZA.
Yeah.
And he got on stage, and the comments were people were commenting on how it was he was lingering a little too long, kissing her hand. I'm oh, guys, no, Justin wasn't okay. She was trying to reel him in.
Right. And I saw people saying, he was doing, I don't know if I could say it, the Fenty Ben, when you're, on drugs and, you kind of, zombie out.
No, Nikki, that makes me really sad.
Yeah.
That actually makes me want to cry. I'm afraid for Justin Bieber, and I feel everyone's afraid to say what we're all thinking, so we're just kind of pretending everything's okay.
But why? Why are we going to do that?
Because you don't want to assume. I don't know. I feel bad.
Okay. So we'll all just watch his demise, I guess.
Or hope that there's something.
The inner circle is doing the work that they should. Yeah.
Yeah. But again, I said we didn't want to talk about Hailey Bieber, but people are oh my God, I can't believe her makeup products are worth $1 billion. She's a pretty new company. She doesn't have 50 products. Does she really sell that much? Which I'm sure she does. She has a cult following. But I feel that company was their evaluation was on Hailey Bieber. Hailey Bieber is worth $1 billion. Like her
Right.
brand, herself, anything she makes, one, she's going to do a good job. She really does care. And two, it's going to sell.
Right. It's so trendy. The Hailey Bieber nails, her
She could do
makeup, just
anything.
her aesthetic is like clean girl Hailey Bieber, the
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah, so they're investing $1 billion on Haley to deliver. She's gonna like pee in a plastic bag and sell it, and people are gonna buy it. Like, I
Used
mean,
for what, I wonder? Perfume?
there we go.
You
like
too
how,
can smell like Bieber's urine.
wait, like Gwyneth Paltrow had that smells like my vagina. It's gonna be perfume
Candle?
like smells like yeah. Did
Was
you
it a
know?
candle?
Yeah, it was a candle. Hailey
Sick.
Bieber's gonna have like smells like my piss, like perfume.
A little less marketable than smells like my vagina, but so nasty.
Like ew. They're like I'm surprised they took off.
Speaking of vaginas, we forgot to talk about, and I keep bringing it up to you, Brie, because I can't believe that we forgot when we were doing our Mormon Wives recap. You guys, they went to the burlesque show, and this woman took a joint out of her coochie
Coochie.
and gave it. That's what they called it. Their words, not mine. Gave it to Layla, and she smoked it.
That was crazy. And if I was on the bus after when they were making all those comments, like Googling, like, can you get an STD from a coochie joint? And Layla was obviously probably ripped, like stoned out of her mind. I would have been spiraling so hard. Like, why did I do that? I'm on TV.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get an STD.
Right. My
This
boyfriend's family, like, the dad's a minister in the Mormon church.
Oh my god, so crazy.
No biggie.
Yeah,
But is she a pothead, like a secret pothead?
I mean,
because she's mentioned gummies.
totally. And like so many scenes of her. I sent you like screenshots
Yeah.
of just
Oh,
her in the
yeah.
background. She's like zombie in the club.
yeah.
Just get back to Nick Vile for 1 second. Because
Always, yeah.
again, we talk about him every episode. And I have, my thoughts about him. But I did listen to the Janet episode and I have listened to a lot of other episodes. And I have to say, he really asks every question
Yeah.
that we're thinking of. And I was saying last week or the week before that Mormon Wives needs a reunion. And I think like the first season, they all went on Nick Vile. Like they all need to, maybe they will all go back after part 2 because he's not afraid to go there. And that's like what he's known for.
But he needs to do it with the girls in a group. Like Andy
everybody.
Cohen him. Yeah.
Well, I was just also going to say that people are always like, who's going to replace Andy when he retires? I think Nick Vile.
He's not even on Bravo's radar, but he should be. They're going
He
to
could
pull
get
somebody
there.
from the Bravo sphere, but he's like kind of like blacklisted, I feel like, Nick Vile. Like, I feel like people don't love him.
No, people don't love him, but also he has a very strong following of people that do love him. Like half of his episodes are
Right.
people calling in asking for advice.
He posts a lot of episodes.
Well, the problem is, from my point of view, he's not the most likable character, which is maybe why he wouldn't be
Right.
able to like do Andy's job. But like Andy, he's not sassy or shady, but like he will ask every single
Oh, yeah.
question. He does not care, and he talks bad about these people, and then is like not afraid to talk them face to face. He actually wants them to come on.
Right. And Janet's the prime example. Like,
Prime
they
example.
talked so much crap on her.
Oh my God, I think he's told her. He said she was like the worst.
The worst.
And
He's like, yeah, so I called you the worst last week. She's like, oh, did you?
like, how do you feel about that?
Right.
He needs to get Jax on. Like, is he the only person that will actually throw any? Jax would probably stir him off, and it would be a big deal. Like,
Oh,
he would really
totally.
throw a fit. But please, somebody needs to. I guess we'll save it for the Valley. Like, I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Real quick, totally switching lanes. Do you shave your face? Have you ever dabbled in
I-
a dermaplane?
Just had this conversation with somebody the other day.
Somebody.
I have not. I would like to. I have the tools.
Okay.
Tool.
Well-
I don't know. What do you need? Oil and the little
Yeah.
face thing?
You got Marilla and you got a face thing. So I
Okay.
did it the other day because I was looking in my car mirror.
Oh, no. Never.
Like as
Oh my
we
God.
do.
Oh my
And
God.
I was like, holy fuck, I have a mustache. Like,
I
not
have a
just,
mustache, a beard, a unibrow, cheek hair.
I get like the couple black hairs, but this is the first time I've ever seen black hair on my lip.
Or upper L.
Upper L. Went right to Target, immediately got a razor, came home, and I do have to say, after, it really looked glowing.
Okay, so can you walk me through your process?
Okay,
We
oil
put on the
everywhere.
oil.
We'll wash your face
Yep. With my dial soap.
with your Dial soap, extra orange.
Yes.
Rub that oil all over, and then you go. I like started here, and you bring it down. Like
You went
don't
down,
go,
not
don't
up.
go. No, Nikki, do not go against the grain. You're gonna really hurt yourself. But then after,
Well,
it
because the person who I asked said that it really hurt.
well, don't go against the grain.
Right. So I'm assuming
And be
that that's
very gentle, very gentle.
Yes,
It's
yes.
peach fuzz. It comes right off. But after Andrew and I were like smooching, and I was like, "Do you feel my 5 o'clock shadow?"
Okay, so now that's my other question is when did you do this and how
A
does
week
it grow
ago.
back?
I can feel it coming back.
You can.
Yeah. And I just touch my
Oh.
face like all the time because I'm like, oh, okay. That was quicker than I thought. I blame the castor oil. Like, I'm a castor oil girly.
Yeah.
Haven't had a black hair ever on my lip in my life. I slug with castor oil like at morning and night. And now I've got black hairs on my lips.
That
Upper.
could be. Or
Not to be-
pregnant.
not
Those
to be-
black belly hairs when you're pregnant. Really.
The-
I think you're the one who warned me about them.
Yeah. And I like still have some lingering ones. It's been 10 months. Yeah. Just like thought you guys should know that.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
the bat wings and the belly hairs.
yeah. So shave
Perks
your
of being a
face. Update us.
Oh my God,
Another
okay.
another update just in my personal life is that Nikki and I saw each other last weekend. I'm surprised it took us this long to bring up.
I know.
We had
Not
such a great time.
Not one TikTok filmed.
Well, of course, I knew that was going to happen. were
We
just
took a
too
couple
distracted.
pictures.
Yeah,
It's all the best we could do.
the best we could do. More of the kids. But while I was in New York, my beautiful son Callum learned how to climb out of the pack and play. He's a little too big for it. Now we know. But then that meant when we came home, he learned how to crawl out of his crib. Okay, so panic mode set in.
So fun.
How am I going to keep this kid locked in? We put the mattress like just on the floor with the crib around it. He crawled underneath. I immediately ordered one of those sound machines / lights that you could set like different times. You guys, I just want to say
worked.
he respects the light.
He's such a good boy.
He's such a good boy. Like, he really respects the light. We got it immediately, and I was like, Callum, you need to stay in this crib.
That's
And
soon to
I
respect
showed
the light.
him-
He's young
Well, I showed
to
him during the
understand and
day.
get it.
Yeah, like, we went in there, and I was like, when this light turns on, and I was like, look, it turns off. Time to sleep, turns on, time to wake up, whatever. And he was consistently waking up at 5:30 in the morning for weeks. And I just accepted, like, this is my life as a mother. I have to live this way forever. But now that we've never used a sound machine before. But now that we have this sound machine thing, we have it turn on at 4 o'clock in the morning. And then I have his light turn on at like 6 or 6:15. He literally goes the whole time. He has not woken up early since.
Wow, we don't use the sound machine portion, which, I mean, my kids are older, but maybe for Liv, she needs, I don't know what's been in the air, but everybody's kids are waking up so freaking early.
It's the birds. The birds in the
It is
morning
the freaking birds.
are so
and the
fucking
light.
loud.
And it's
the
bright.
light. Yeah, so we like made everything as dark as we can. And Andrew's like, I'm telling you, it's the birds. He's waking up because of the birds. He's like, I wake up because of the birds. They're so loud. So we have
They
it
are.
on at 4 a.m. So like if he does wake up, more than enough time to fall back asleep.
Right.
And then now the light turns on. He's so fascinated by the light. It's still new, but he'll be like, wow.
And then he'll like open his door and say like,
He has not come out of the crib.
oh, he's in.
He's still
Oh,
in the
you're
crib.
keeping him in the crib?
I'm keeping him in the
with
crib.
the light.
With the light. He has not tried to come out. Every night before
Drop
bed.
the link. Drop the link.
Not mad about that light. Every
Sponsor
night
us.
before bed and nap, he goes, I stay in here. I don't come out. I was like, yep, you stay in there. When the light turns on, mommy comes to get you. I feel like it works because it's like tangible. He's like, I know when I see that light, my
Right.
mom's going to come and get me. As
Yes.
opposed to like, he's up, like, hello.
Yeah. What time is it? Like,
Like,
he doesn't.
has no idea.
Right. Like, so he's kind of like knows how to tell time.
Yeah. I mean, are we surprised?
No, he was so good. Okay, so Bree came last weekend. We had 10 kids at my house.
Wow.
My nieces and nephew, Bree's 2 kids, our other friend has
Her
2
two
kids.
kids.
And it was just like so cool and funny to first of all see everybody together. So
I know.
we're like, they're all high school friends. I'm like early college friend.
Yeah.
We've seen some things together, and now we're like just all here with our kids. Like, this is the youth,
I know.
the
Next gen.
future. Yeah, the next gen.
Yeah. I
But
know.
Callum was so good. Bree's son was so good and funny. This kid did not leave the sandbox.
For like 6 hours.
No, did not leave the sandbox. Came, he ate all his grilled chicken, all his meat,
Oh my God, he's
and
so
went
funny.
right back with
Yeah,
his
right
rocks.
back. That's all he needs.
Yeah.
Meat and sand. He's easy to please. That is so funny. Because we recorded early last week, I
Yeah.
have watched a lot of TV and I have some recommendations for the audience.
Oh,
Okay.
great.
So one of the
Tell me if I'll like it too.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think you will. One of their recommendations is so off-brand for me, but every single person needs to watch this documentary series. It's about, I can't remember what it's called. It might be called Osama bin Laden, but it's about like 9/11 and then the search to get Osama bin Laden. I know, like it sounds dark and
Was
obviously
it
it is.
really heavy?
It was heavy, but it was so fascinating because now we're an adult, right? When this happened, I was
were
in
in sixth
sixth grade, and I couldn't comprehend just everything that went down. They have like footage. The focus is not
On the planes and
all of 9/11. Like you see that because that's setting the tone for like the journey to get Osama bin Laden. But they show you footage that I've never seen before, and they show George Bush like finding out, and it's just so fascinating. And everyone in the documentary is like, they were in the CIA, they were working like with the presidents, like they were firsthand,
yeah.
know exactly what happened, like the
Wow,
military. It's
very
so
interesting.
fascinating. Have you ever seen the movie Zero Dark 30?
No.
Okay, one of the greatest movies of all time. It's almost 3 hours, but the movie is exactly the documentary. The movie is the journey of fighting Osama bin Laden.
And it's of the one guy, right? Though? Like the one guy who shot him?
Well, it's really like a girl. It was like
Really?
they were searching for him, Nikki, for
Maybe I'm
like
thinking of
10 years.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different movie then.
Well, then SEAL Team 6 like are finally the people that went in to get
no, I think
him.
I'm thinking of something else.
You have to. Everybody needs to watch this documentary. It
Sold. I think John would be into it. And like you said, like we were 12, 11 years old. Like this shaped our lives. Like
Shaped our
seriously.
lives.
Like we were in New York. My mom was working in the city.
Wow.
Like it is the craziest thing. Like
So scary.
Legit. Like we all probably have PTSD from it.
But
like,
can you imagine being an adult when that happens and you have
No.
kids and
No.
you think that's the end of the world? That's what I was thinking about.
I remember not being able to get in touch with my mom, like calling.
It's so scary. Ooh, I
Yeah.
have chills. So everybody needs to watch it. It's
Wow,
absolutely
that's
incredible.
really
like,
interesting.
and fascinating. And
Yeah.
also the CIA, it took a long time to get him and people were shitting on them like comedians, like talk show hosts, like like secret like
Then you go
making
do
fun
it.
of them. Like are they really intelligent if they can't find him? And so they're basically like they're saying their piece like, hey, like fuck you guys. Like this is what it took. This is what we did. This is
Right.
everything we did.
And
They
they
were-
probably had him before they even had him. You know, like they didn't completely
Yes.
not know where he was, right? Like I'm
Exactly.
sure they had clues and
Nikki, they're not holding back. They're laying it all on the table. It's
Okay.
so
How many parts is
interesting.
it?
3 episodes.
love it.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Okay, so everyone needs to watch that. Also, you would love this show. Have you ever seen the show Couples Therapy?
No. What's it on?
Wow. Okay. Well, this is where it gets annoying. It's on Showtime. So you need to have it through like Paramount or Amazon Prime. And usually when the show comes out,
Okay.
I subscribe and then I finish it and then I delete it.
Okay.
Okay, so basically, if you haven't watched the show Couples Therapy, it's documentary style, but it's about a very well-respected, renowned couples therapist. Her name is Orna, and each season follows like 4 or 5 couples.
Real?
It's real.
Real people.
Yes, real people,
I feel like
real
I've seen
couples.
clips about this.
Yeah, Dax Shepard is like
Wait.
obsessed with it.
So it's one season of one couple and
No,
all
no,
their
no.
therapy sessions?
No, I think there's 4 seasons now, and there's like every season is like 4 couples. So every episode you
Okay.
see a little bit of every couple.
Oh my God.
No, it's so
That's, like,
fascinating.
really- yeah.
And it's so many different kinds of couples. It's like biracial couples, gay
Right.
couples, like
Different
polygamous,
issues.
like heterosexual, older, younger,
Right.
married, not married, like so many different couples, different issues. And it's so interesting to kind of like judge and analyze them yourself, but then
Mm-hmm.
to see the perspective of a trained psychologist, probably not even the right word for her, but how she sees both sides.
So do we get her takes or is
Yes.
it just like therapy sessions.
No, the most interesting part is it's therapy sessions. Then she has her
They
own
interview her?
therapist. No, she has her own therapist where she's talking about the couples, like, because she
Oh
needs
my
help
God.
how to navigate it. And she has group therapy with other couples therapists.
Counselors.
And they all talk about, like, they're couples to, like, help each other out on how to,
Brie.
Nikki.
All right.
It's so good. It's so good,
Okay,
guys.
I can't believe that this is all news to me, you guys. And all week I've been looking for, I'm just like,
I'm sorry.
dry.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Norman Wives has got, no, I'm not.
I know.
I've actually also been watching my 3-part documentary,
Yeah.
but you continue.
Okay, so guys, you have to watch it. Couples Therapy, amazing show. Everybody will love it. It's fascinating. It's
I'm so excited.
Some of the people are so polarizing, and the
I'm
therapist,
sure.
her name's Orna, she still finds a way to try and empathize with them, which I really appreciate because I'm
Some of
not
them are probably pieces of shit.
actual narcissists. Like, really, there's been some doozies in there. So you guys have to watch it. There's a lot of episodes. I think they're like 25 minutes long. Like, I just
love a little
tear
snippet.
through them.
I
Tear
love a
through them.
snippet.
That's like really all I watched this week besides this documentary that me and Nikki both watched. If you want to do a quick.
Yeah, what is the name of it even?
It's
it was
on
like
Hulu.
Bad Romance.
Yeah, Bad Romance.
Something of a scammer. I actually saw it from Justin Alexander. What's his Instagram?
Who's your big brother?
Who's your big brother? Loving everything he's posting. So he
Obsessed.
posted about this documentary. Basically, it's about these women who get scammed by this guy using the same picture, different names, and it's so interesting because, well, first of all, they're all older women.
Older women, yeah, which is sad.
So they're being targeted for this large scam. Like, so it starts off and we think it's just like, oh, they're being catfished. Then they find the guy whose pictures that they're using happens to be this gay man who like loves leather. Like, it's so interesting and funny.
He's like a makeup artist,
Yes, he's a makeup artist.
ex-Mormon.
And, oh my God, an ex-Mormon. I mean,
There's
it all
always a
links
Mormon.
back to,
Yeah.
to the Mormons. But they find him, and it's basically now the man whose pictures it is in contact with the women. It's not him. Somebody is stealing his pictures, but there's thousands of profiles using this man's pictures. They end up, spoiler alert, haven't finished it, so I don't know really
Okay.
what happens.
I don't
at
think
the
anything
end.
really happens at the end.
Okay, well, I'm up to the third episode, like
Yeah.
halfway through. But the scammers end up shutting his profile down because
Yeah.
all you need to do to get his somebody's profile shut down is to have more likes and more followers or friends. So the scammers bought all these bots, followers, reported him, shut him down. This is his business and his livelihood.
No,
So,
they quite literally stole his identity and like
Yes.
didn't give him the ability to use it anymore.
yes, scamming these women one woman was scammed out of $1.5 million. She sent to
Insane.
this man.
Insane.
And basically we find out that there's this, which I've never heard of this in my life, this Nigerian scam group called the Yahoo Boys. And they basically just like all these men sit in a room and they have all these phones, all these accounts. They get these women who are vulnerable, older women who are looking for love, attention.
No, one of
anything.
the women met this scammer playing Words with Friends, the Scrabble
Yes.
game.
Oh.
Like, just he messaged her, and then
Yeah,
she's
that
like,
was so
you know, married for like 40 years, like lonely, meets like who's vulnerable on Words with Friends? Like, you would
Yeah,
never think
it's
like
so
something
messed
so
up.
innocent. It's so it's so sad.
Yeah, so I don't really know how it ends, but they do get one of the guys who's doing like an ex scammer, they say,
Yeah, whatever.
to come on. He does an interview. It's juicy. I liked it. Brie could not get
couldn't.
into it.
I just feel like I've seen a lot of documentaries like in the same vein of people like being catfish and scam, and like, you know how Neve has catfish? Mm-hmm. There needs to be an older generation version of that show where like somebody
Scammers, yeah.
is spreading awareness.
There is. The woman has the scammer site.
I know that was the first time I've ever heard of it.
Right. Like,
there needs
bigger.
like we need a TV show bigger. If you know somebody over the age of 55, 60 years old, They need to know, like, the
Because it's a
signs to
next
look.
level.
No,
Yeah.
it's next level.
This
The
isn't
signs
just
to look for, how to know if you're being scammed. There needs to be seriously education course for people. If anybody ever asks you for money, you're being scammed.
right.
It was
Wiring
so
money.
sad. Wiring money,
One
getting
of
blank checks or whatever, fake checks.
one of the women ended up passing away from malnutrition.
So sad.
The craziest thing.
Yeah,
Like
crazy.
she was literally run down, but she left all her receipts and everything. So then her family came in and was seeing like $40,000 wired, $100,000 wired. Like she left everything for them.
To this person.
I don't know how it ends. You know?
I couldn't. I was just like, I've seen enough.
Okay. Well,
But
I'll let you guys know. But
it's not ending good.
yeah,
No one's getting their money back.
no.
Like, how could it end? I think it ends with them, these women, like, have a friendship with this guy, and he's trying to, like, help these people out that message him and, like, let them know they're being scammed, you know?
Very, very
Sad.
just like sad and crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, into happier news.
Yeah. Love it.
I did see a potential Dancing with the Stars casting rumor. I think I sent it to you. Hopefully you didn't see it, but allegedly, word on the street is Sierra from Summer House is going to be on
Yes.
Dancing with the Stars.
I don't know why we didn't call it.
I know. I just wasn't even thinking Summer House. Like, I feel
know.
like that's almost too mainstream. I don't know, but I would love it. I don't know if there's any, like, hot, eligible pros, but please give her one of them. Not Gleb, because he, like, sleeps with everybody. Anybody? I don't know anyone else. But I was thinking, like, first of all, she would slay. Stunning. But second of all, can you imagine all the theme nights? Like, getting dressed up in costumes and getting
She loves it. She would be the man.
She would be the
She
man.
would be Brantley.
She would be Brantley.
They have not dropped any more names.
No.
Since the last time we spoke. So
No,
we know
which
two
makes-
people.
Two people, and I wonder if one of them was about to leak. Like, maybe
So they right. Maybe
Alex
they both were
Earl.
about to leave because that's weird.
Weird, right? I know. And I don't know how they normally do it. Like, if it's this much space in between, maybe Sunday
Yeah.
they'll drop something. But, yeah. In other casting news, there is a show that we've never watched, but the cast for this upcoming season looks so intriguing that I might have to watch. It's called House of Villains. I was just telling Nikki that Jax Taylor was on this show a couple years ago.
The
And
biggest villain.
as a villain, obviously. And I think, like, Corinne was on it. Like, all the people we want to see on Traitors went
Right.
on this show. But that's why I wanted to talk about it, because this cast needs to be on the Traitors. Like, and it's also Peacock. So I'm like,
Right.
guys, why are you're taking all the
Wasting.
good people?
Yeah.
And it's actually, one of them's disappointing. Okay, let me just tell you the cast real quick. Give me 1 second to pull it up.
Okay. I also have no idea what the premise is of the show. Are they all
I don't know.
villains?
I think they're all villains, and it's like, who's going to out-villain each other to, like, take home all the money? I have no idea. I
Okay.
generally don't know. I just wanted to discuss the cast. Okay, this is the cast. Paul from Big Brother. Like, he has the brother that was on... It doesn't matter. Tyson from Survivor,
Love.
which love. Like, that... Honestly, him made me okay with naming my son Tyson. I was like,
Yes.
okay, we have a good Tyson out in the world. that
Right.
we
There's
can-
a good one, and then there's the chicken nugget. So we're just gonna lean toward.
We're going to lean towards this Tyson. And I remember watching his season. I loved him so much. And I was like,
was-
oh, like, that's kind of a unique name.
And he's not even a villain. He is a villain, but he's like a good villain.
He's a
you
good
know?
villain. Like, I don't know why he's always labeled a villain. It doesn't make sense to me.
Just because he's like a little brash, I guess. Like
I like that. And also,
he also
reminds-
doesn't care. Like he
Yeah.
will cut somebody's throat.
But he's
but it's a
still
game.
likable.
Right. It's a game.
Yeah.
So-
Okay. Next cast person, Kate Chastain, Below Deck, and The Traitors. Like, she's good on anything. This person I don't know, Jackie Christie from Basketball Wives. Okay, so this next one you're gonna die. Drita from Mob Wives.
Oh my
I know. Like,
Wow.
wow. That's
Blast
a
from the
throwback.
past.
Yes. This next
The
one I don't
best.
know. I don't watch RuPaul's, but Plain Jane from RuPaul's Drag Race.
I don't know.
Johnny from Love Island, don't care. Someone else that I don't care about. Hold on. And Tiffany, I Love New York. Apparently she's been on every season. There's 3 seasons, and she's been on every single
You're
one.
lying.
Yeah. And which is frustrating because there's rumors about her filming The Traitors. Like, is this what people thought she was Like, was she actually filming the show and people thought she was
Maybe.
filming Traitors? Like, I will be so upset if she's not on Traitors. Maybe she'll do both. Like, this is her career.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah.
This is another really good one. Christine Quinn from Selling Sunset.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. Tom Sandoval.
Okay, so you obviously can be on Traitors and House of Villains.
Yeah, because like a third of these people have been on both.
I mean, if there is a show for Tom Sandoval, it's the House of Villains.
I might have to watch just to see all these people interact, and because I know more than that's only like 10 or 11 people.
Honestly,
I know more
we
than
should
half.
throw
that cast.
Schwartz on too.
But he's not a villain.
But he kind of is. He's
like
like a low-key villain.
I guess he's like a villain by proxy. Like he's a villain for not having a voice.
Right. A lot of people on the talk say that he is, like when we post clips, like that he is so under the radar, like a bad guy.
Really?
Like he comes off with this puppy dog, like nice guy. Oh, I'm just like silly old dumb.
But they think he's like
no.
calculated?
Yes.
No. No. I think he refuses to acknowledge the bad that's happening around him.
So he's like Peter Pan, but
Yeah.
like for the bad.
He's just like, come on, like who cares? Like let's all brush it under the rug. Like he just like doesn't want to acknowledge anything bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't think that's coming out for a while. We'll cross that road, but I just thought the cast was interesting because that leads me into Survivor 50 cast has dropped. Underwhelming to say the least. Like why
Run through.
isn't Tyson on Survivor 50?
We know Rob said he won't go back.
Well, I understand him not wanting to go back. He's obviously like in the works doing something that will probably keep him closer to his family and not like so far away from all of his kids. So I understand him not going back, but like where's Tony? Where's Sandra? Where's Parvati? Where's Johnny Fairplay?
Oh, Johnny Fairplay. Sandra,
what?
I could do without ever seeing her on my screen again.
But I just feel like
Do you know who I could not believe is one of like the ones who like really makes me cringe? Coach.
but Coach has to be on it. Like if he wasn't on it, we'd be saying where's Coach? And then speaking of Coach, where's Jerry? Do you remember
Jerry?
her?
The
Oh my
girl?
God.
Yes. Yes.
Where's Jerry? Like I
Where's
feel
Richard
like,
Hack?
Where's Richard Hack?
Number one.
Like they don't have enough like icons on. I mean, they have
So
Colby, who was like season 1 or 2. He won. They have
Okay.
Mike White, which is absolutely insane that he's going on. He must be going
Insane.
on for one episode and like have a deal that he's going to be voted off. I just can't. Or he really loved it that much, and he
I'm
needs like
sure he did.
inspo for a Survivor like White Lotus.
So funny.
So funny. I love that. And like they do have like Ozzy is good.
Love. You know, he was like my all-time crush. Like
Really?
obsessed.
Oh, that's
yes.
so funny. Charlie and Christian were on like David versus Goliath, and I love that season and that cast.
Okay. I
They're
don't
like kind of
remember them off the
nerdy.
top of my head.
Oh my god, Charlie was
I-
like a super fan. Like he auditioned for like years before he got on the show.
I'll have to
You
look
would
at
know
and
him
try
if you saw
pictures
him.
up. Yeah. But
And
like then
then-
that reminds me of like Spencer. Why isn't Spencer on it? But like
So true.
these are all people who have been back. Do you know who I love? Oh my god, I
Yeah.
can't think of his name.
I did see
James,
somebody say
James
like
the Gravedigger.
I don't know if I remember him. I'm sure if I saw him. There's been obviously there's been 50 seasons, 49. But I saw somebody say they shouldn't have allowed anybody to play in 50 who's won,
Yeah.
which
I
kind of
agree with that.
eliminates like people that we mentioned.
I do agree
also-
with that though.
Apparently it was fan voted.
Really?
But there's like 2 or 3 people on from season 48. Like who voted for them? And there's
Right.
going to be 2 people on from 49.
Season 49, right. So
Who
we still
voted-
have a whole nother season to go.
A whole nother season to go. And I don't know, maybe there'll be some swaps, but I was just like, ugh.
Yeah, it seems a little premature to be announcing the cast for season 50 when
It
49
leaked.
hasn't
It
even
leaked, Nikki.
Oh.
I know. It leaked. So they had to just like drop it.
Like things could happen. People could get pregnant. You could
Yeah.
have a family issue.
That's true.
Like
Because they're obviously not filming it for like 6 months to a year. And then they have to, whatever.
I'm surprised that like the winners don't leak more.
Well, because they don't
'Cause they do
know
it-
who won until it's like the finale. Like the finale is always live where they do the count. Like they don't know until the whole season aired.
They've been
right?
doing it on the beach.
Oh,
the past few
You're
seasons.
right. Oh, with the jury. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, strong NDAs. Like these people are scared
I
because you
guess,
still
yeah.
get money just for making it to the jury.
Do you?
Yeah, like whatever.
Do you get like progressively less or more based on your
progressively
seat?
more money? So like I think even if you're number 2, you get half of like the prize or something like that.
Way.
Like you still get a lot of money, and actually people are saying they love being on the jury because once you get voted out, you guys just like go to like a resort.
Yeah.
And it's like
chilling with
somebody
your
just
friends,
keeps coming. You're chilling with your friends. You're on like real vacation. You're eating. You're
Right.
lounging. You're getting massages. You got some money. Like
You're still on Survivor.
So
like,
they
you still
just-
get to go and like get a taste of the play.
yes. So that's so many people's goal is just to make it to the jury.
Oh, totally.
Ooh, we should go on if they have like a best friends. Like if remember they used to
John
do that.
needs to be on it.
John would be so good on
He
it.
would be so good physically, and I think socially, like he's so quiet,
Vicky,
but like he's so
socially would be
lovable.
his strongest game. Like, because nobody would ever suspect John, but he would be behind the scenes.
now. And now that we've watched every season, like he really
knows.
gets it. Like he knows how to play, but he's so sweet and like likable.
Vicky, make him a tape.
I know. In all my
Make him
spare
a tape.
time.
You can do that. When's his birthday? November?
September.
Okay, so birthday gift. I'll make you a Survivor tape. There you go.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Okay, some other TV news that I saw that I'm so excited about is apparently there's going to be a Teen Mom documentary. It's in the works from the same production company that did Quiet on Set.
Oh my God! Stop.
Yes. And I don't know. I don't think that means
Because
like
they've
there was
seen
dark.
some shit.
I think it's more like them telling their stories and maybe how dark it really was to do that all on camera and over the
Yeah.
course of 10, 15 years.
Do we know which girls?
No, but it's got to be like Macy. I wonder if Farrah would come back and do
Oh,
it.
I'm sure she would.
She needs the paycheck.
She'll do anything for a
She'll
check.
do anything
Yeah.
for a check. But like, that's what we need. This is the kind of TV that is made for us.
Wow.
Teen
yes.
Mom documentary, and it's in the works. So like, it's happening, like full steam ahead. And what now? MTV obviously like.
Yeah. I
pick that
haven't
up.
been watching, but I know the last recent season is like a lot with the kids. They're all 16 now.
Crazy.
Like it's crazy. They're driving, like they're talking, like the girls, the moms, like Kate and Macy are talking to Leah about
my
Amber,
God.
like trying to like help her through it. It's the craziest thing
can't.
seeing these kids like be little like young adults.
And
It's-
picture them pregnant.
no.
or,
Bentley
like,
is the age that Macy was. Like
Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. It is nuts, but good for them that like this turned into
keeping
a
it going,
career
yeah.
and like really set them up.
Look at Kale. She has
Oh my
all
God.
her podcasts. She has businesses that she's
So true.
launched, like
Yeah.
9,000 kids that she can support.
Even Macy and what's his name? Tim
Taylor.
Taylor, like they have a business that
Yeah.
I don't
TTM.
it's successful enough that it's still around, you know? Like
Look
they
at
have
Chelsea
fans.
DeBoer.
So true.
She's killing it on HGTV.
So true.
She took that, launched her own thing now.
Wow. So happy for all of them. Well,
But then, like, you have Janelle. Like,
Amber,
what the hell
I
is
know.
she doing? Like, some people just don't change.
I know, and it's really sad. It's really
Yeah.
sad. But
She should have made feathers for your hair,
she should have.
right? Like,
Yeah.
like jewelry for.
DM her. It's not too late. Everything's coming back
Damn it,
again.
Janelle. You really blew your shot when you didn't make your feathers.
Oh my god, she should do it. Seriously, it's not too late, and
think that-
she'll
I think it
definitely
is
be
too
in the
late.
documentary.
I'm sure, yeah.
Some other really exciting TV news I saw is that.
Oh wait, sorry. Just back to Janelle. Did you see that she's having a divorce party on June 12th?
Are we invited?
I think everybody's invited.
Where is it? Girls trip.
Seriously. Imagine.
Good. She should divorce that freaking psychopath.
Good
I'm surprised they
riddance.
lasted this long.
I know. But you know, she has a
God.
hard head. Like she is like
I know. Doesn't want to
sees
like.
right past
So and like
the horrible things we all see.
not Jace, the other one that she had with that other creep. Something with a K. But
not
how old is
Kiefer.
he? He's got to be 12, 13.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I was gonna say 14,
hope
but
the kids
Jace
are
wasn't
okay.
that little. Yeah, probably like 12. Yeah, at
Wow.
least like 10, 12.
Oh, Kaiser.
Kaiser
Kaiser
roll.
Yum. Okay, some other exciting TV news I saw, and Andy like did kind of address this, so I think it is legit. But apparently, Dolo is gonna join. I'm calling it Rory. Like I'm dubbing that. Have people been saying that? Real Housewives of Rhode Island. Rory
Rory.
doesn't quite roll
Rory
off the
Gilmore.
tongue. Yeah, Rory. He kind of said, without saying, like, it's a little blown out of proportion. I wonder if she's going to come on as like a transition.
Yeah.
Where it's like, hey, ladies, like almost like an introduction, a familiar face to get fans excited
Because
about the
what the
new
hell is
season.
she doing there?
I guess she's friends with somebody. Like, she has ties.
But she doesn't live there.
Well, I saw the internet, who knows how true it is, saying that, like, she might be a friend of or somehow, like, pop in and out. And if it goes well, like, she'll move to Rhode Island, like, to be on the show. Can you imagine if I live in the same town as Dolores?
No. That.
Like, does she
Never
need
mind
work
Ashley I.
No, never mind Ashley. Does she need work on her house? Andrew?
No, Dolo.
My husband does
I'll move
construction.
to Rhode Island.
Yeah. Do you need a deck?
Plumbing?
Yeah.
A babysitter?
For your puppies? I need a babysitter.
Oh my God, imagine Dolo. She would, whip my kids right into shape. Your kids are well behaved. My kids need a little fucking Dolo.
She would be best friends with Libby, though. Like, they would just be stomping around this town.
Oh, yeah. I would think Dolo would be coming to, like, discipline her, and she would have
God.
Dolo wrapped around her finger, like, the two of them. Like, I'm taking her shopping.
Thick as thieves. Oh, my God. Okay, I still have, like, a couple things I want to discuss. Not news, but some shows that are coming out. Real quick, I'm going to bang these out that I'm excited about. This is me, personally. I'm excited about these shows, and I think people will care, too. Love Island, Tuesday, June 3rd.
Oh, wow.
Don't forget. It's coming up.
Every day, though?
I don't think it's on Saturday or Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah. Kristen Cavallari's reality show. And these are not shows that I think we have to recap, but things that I'm going to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's June 5th. Did you watch America's Sweethearts, Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders, Season 1 on Netflix?
I didn't.
Watch it. Nikki, it was so good. Season 2 is coming back June 18th. So if you guys love the Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders, that show like I did, June 18th, very soon. And the last one, super random, but Dexter Resurrection, July 11th. It's happening.
Okay. I haven't seen Dexter in so long. If it's like new, all I remember is that he threw his sister off the boat, right?
Yeah, we need to get back to
off the boat.
We need to get back to like the ice truck killer.
Yeah.
Like Rita. Like let's get back to OG Dexter, you know?
Yeah. Like, let's forget whatever happened and let's start fresh. Like,
yeah, let's start fresh.
Yeah,
Perfect.
so I could just start and watch.
Like as if it's just new, but we already know Dexter.
As if
so those are shows
20
I don't know.
2001.
2001?
No,
graduated high
we
school
were
in 2008.
Okay. Math, guys. 2011.
Oh my God, my cousin was over the other day. She just moved back, so now my babysitter's back. Thank God, I can get a haircut. And I like emailed her something, and the year she was born was in her email, 2001.
What? Stop.
I was like, you were born in 2001.
I thought you were going to say like 1997.
No, I was like, I didn't think I was that much older than you. Like, oh, I'm like an auntie. Why was she calling me cousin?
Right. I'm your Meemaw.
Jesus, I'm a Meemaw. Okay, anyway, should we finally get to the Valley? Guys, I'm so sorry. Nikki, if any of that was too boring, like, let me know. I'll take it out. But
God, no.
To me, it's like, I need to know.
The TV Rex, I am like,
yeah,
I gotta go.
These are things that I just, like.
I have to go watch Osama.
You
turn up on a Saturday night. Just kidding, guys. That was insensitive. But I am very excited to watch.
Andrew's making fun of me because when we were watching it and they get to the part where they're going to go find him, I was like...
You were gasping?
I was like, fuck yeah, let's go. Like, Andrew was like, wow, I didn't realize you were so into war. I was like, well, we have to find this fucker, you know? I was like screaming at the TV.
It's so funny.
You have to watch it. It's so good. Okay, let's get into the Valley. We skipped last week and we've got the gist. Like, there's... we
didn't miss anything.
No, Nikki, I actually think the biggest thing that we missed that I've seen online is that apparently, and they edited out, I think, of like the episode after I think it aired live, and then when they put it on Peacock, they edited it out. What? That apparently Janet revealed that Nia was an Al-Anon. Do you know what that is?
Oh, I did see that.
It's like an anonymous group, like when you need support when somebody close to you like is an alcoholic.
Addict. Right.
And apparently she revealed that about Nia.
That's fucking disgusting.
Just typical Janet. And then I saw that, again, when they aired, she was on Watch What Happens Live, and the first question Andy asked her from a viewer was like, do you regret airing that out about Nia.
Because I didn't see it
No, but then
when we
Nikki,
watched.
when they put it on Peacock, they edited that question out.
You're lying.
Yes.
Why are they doing that?
Because maybe they know it's really absolutely insane for somebody to
Okay,
do that.
well then,
and like,
right. So then she needs to face
to
the
be held
consequences of
accountable.
her behavior. Right.
I know, and I don't think Nick asked her anything about that, because if you don't
Maybe
like
he
live
didn't
on the
see.
internet, if you don't live on the internet, like, you might lose your
I
ass.
did
like,
see
maybe
that,
you
but
didn't see.
I did not see it in the episode. That's
that
really
crazy?
wrong. That needs
Really
to be
wrong.
addressed.
Needs to be addressed. So maybe he'll circle back for the reunion, like, because people are really upset that it's
Are they?
like,
Are
that they
people
could see it's taken out.
are people talking about it online? Because I haven't
Yeah, I
seen
don't know if they're
anything.
like rioting in the streets, but like enough for me to see it.
Wow,
Came across my desk.
that's wrong. That's like, do you remember on Survivor when frick was his name?
Wait,
Something with
there's
a
two.
Z.
Zeke.
No, Zeke. Yes,
Yeah.
was outed as trans.
I know.
They were
Really?
like, the person was like, "Yeah, well, you're not a liar. Well, did you tell everybody that you're trans?" Like,
Can you imagine?
what the hell?
Yeah, like go fuck yourself. And where's Zeke?
Yeah, that was. I remember watching that like live, and like my jaw was on the floor.
Same.
Like, you
Same.
don't do that to somebody,
I know. And if they don't want to share, it's none of your business.
right? I think the key word with that one that Nia's in is anonymous.
Exactly. I know. But I think that that's why they all must know that, or maybe Janet
Right, so
knew that.
that's-
So they're like, obviously there's a problem. Like, you're still hiding that there's a problem. So the whole episode, and it seems like this season, this is like Puppygate, right? Like that season of Beverly Hills.
Yes.
I
That's
stopped
all we're gonna talk
watching
about.
Beverly Hills when
Lucy,
Puppygate
Lucy, Apple
happened.
Juicy, yes.
I couldn't deal with it. Now this is the new Puppygate. Everyone's obsessed with is that like Danny has a drinking problem, and everybody's like holding him to the flames, really going so hard, being so difficult on him, when he's been like, from my perspective, really like owning up to everything. He's not hiding. Everyone's asking him questions. He's being like open and honest about what really happened. He's apologizing to Jasmine anytime she needs an apology without
Right.
like really being like perturbed like over it.
Which to me, in my opinion, it's enough now. How
It's
many
enough
times
now?
I feel like he apologized once. That
Yeah.
was nice. He apologized again at the brewery, which he did not. He got his ice water.
But you know what?
To
That
prove a point.
conversation, I do feel like
I agree.
made a big impact,
Yes.
because I was like, oh my God, Jasmine, like, let it go. Like,
But it was deeper for her. And then
was
she
deeper for
finally got
her?
it off her chest.
yeah, and it made a lot of sense. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I did not think about why that would be so disrespectful and like something she was really harboring and hard for her to move forward, because she felt like Danny didn't understand. And I wasn't thinking about that either. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like he really understood it. She felt so much better when she got it off of her chest. And I
Right.
think,
Basically, the point was like, if I were a man,
Yeah.
we would be in a fist fight.
yes,
But because I'm not, you feel like, oh, you can come around and disrespect me because I'm not going to do anything. Like, we're
Totally.
not going to fight about it. But
Yeah.
had you put your hands on
Michelle,
somebody else's wife,
Brittany,
right, yeah, your ass would have been kicked.
yeah, totally. And like, yeah, good point. So
Yeah.
true that I didn't think about. So why does it just have to be glazed over because it was her?
Right.
You know.
So I think that apology was very sincere and like necessary.
yes,
But now I think it's time for us to move on from that.
totally. But Jason, the conversation, Jason, Luke, and Danny
was
all got lunch or
bizarre.
something, and Jason would not let Danny go. Really trying to basically call him like an alcoholic, said that
Right.
he was chugging from a bottle, and Danny's like, I took a swig of tequila. Everybody does it.
Right.
And he's like, well, you close the door.
They showed the clip and he came in and said, oh, you guys got a big head start, and took a swig from the bottle. Like, he's not like chugging tequila in the closet. Like, I think he thought, oh, my friend is in here. It's not a big deal. He wasn't like trapping Janet. And
Yeah.
again, who's saying the story? Janet. So let's all take it for what it is.
Well, Jason would not let it go. And all I was thinking about was that whenever somebody comes to Nia with a problem that they have with Danny, or something that Danny's done and they want to talk to Nia about it, Nia says, well, that's for Danny to deal with. Like Danny needs to have that conversation. You need to work that out with Danny. I'm not going to speak for Danny. And I actually really respect that, because why is she making, just because they're married doesn't mean his like she has to fight his battles.
Right.
Like she's not agreeing with things that he's done, but she's not going to be the one like apologizing for him or
right, good or
siding
bad
with him.
Yeah.
Good or bad. Like you have to work that out with Danny, and I actually really respect that. But this conversation was like Janet was speaking, Jason was speaking on behalf of Janet.
No, she
Something
took
over his
ass and was
body.
talking out of his mouth. Yes, that was Janet wearing Jason and
Yes.
speaking. It was crazy. Would not let it go.
Wouldn't let it go. And he kept saying, like, what are you trying to say? And then in the after show, later in the episode, we see that Jason apologized. He was like actually teary-eyed because he felt so bad about the way he confronted Danny because they're real friends. And that, I was like, okay, thank God you're back.
Yes.
We have you back. But in the after show, he says, upon further reflection,
Because he got yelled at from
he
Janet.
like stands by what he said. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's stupid.
Stupid.
I
Yikes.
honestly think it's just all, like, the drinking in particular was being blown out of proportion. Like, oh, Nia's covering him for him. Nia doesn't want to deal with her drunk husband. Like,
Yeah.
she wants him to go to sleep. Is that so wrong? Like,
No.
I don't want to deal with you. Stay, please. But she's not going to say it like that. So she's
I
just going to
know.
like, go to sleep, honey. But yeah,
I just feel like
don't
him
blame
being
her for not.
drunk
Yeah.
and passing out isn't a big deal, but I saw somewhere that they're alluding to the like there's more coming. Like it'll make sense. Stay tuned. There's more coming about Danny. And I just unless it's
They
really
always say that.
they always say that. The other like big part about the episode was Kristen revealing that like Jason doesn't wear his ring sometimes, and that to me was such a big nothing burger. I was like,
Nothing
who
burger.
fucking cares? Like
Jason is the most vanilla guy on the earth. Like, he even said, I wasn't on hitting on girls like when I was single.
yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna. If John went out without his wedding ring on, I would never even.
Wait,
I
me and Andrew don't wear our
I don't
our
wear my
rings.
ring ever.
Yeah, we never wear our rings. I know.
So bizarre. He is not hitting the town looking
Yeah.
for ladies. Like, I don't believe that at all.
Yeah.
But can we also talk about Kristen, like, up Nia's ass because of Daniel?
I know.
I'm like, okay, first of all, why is Kristen now calling him Daniel?
Well, because she needs a team.
It was really pissing me off.
I do like kind of appreciate Kristen on the Valley though. I almost feel like she grounds it and keeps it going at the same time. She's like, guys, who fucking cares? Let me make it messy for a second.
Right.
Oh, who cares? It's not a big deal. Like
She
can't,
does.
like make up her mind. Like she throws it in there and then she just wants to move on. Which in this group, like nobody moves on.
Right. We're
So you
stuck
need
on the
somebody to be
yeah.
like, guys, it's not that serious. Like, yeah, I said that. Whoopsies.
But because
I was
she's
mad
a
at
pro.
you. Yeah, because she's a pro.
She's been doing this forever. Like,
That's true.
if we're going to get stuck on one thing, we're
Yeah.
never going to get to the next thing that we
Yeah.
could be fighting about.
Kristen's like, I have more. I have
Right.
more stuff to say. Like, let's get to that.
I barely scratched the surface.
Brittany has her like shark attack party,
Mm-hmm.
which was a unique theme. But I've seen a lot of discourse online about Lala coming so hard for Jesse in defense
Mm-hmm.
of Michelle. And first of all, Sheena just standing there like this.
That was so funny.
So I was like, okay, Sheena, like so on brand, like that's you coming on. But
Right.
people are
She's
saying
like, I
that
stuck up for her.
people are yeah, exactly. People are saying like Lala went so. First of all, I love Lala ripping apart Jesse because he thought they were gonna have like a friendly, goofy conversation, and immediately
yeah.
she was like, "Sit the fuck down, you little boy."
And he was embarrassed. His
Embarrassed.
comment to her when she walked away, what did he say? I think I wrote it down. Like, oh, well, thanks for that. Like, I needed a laugh or something. Like, okay, loser.
Such a loser.
Loser.
I was living for like I like that side of Lala when I agree with what she's saying. But people are saying like she went that hard for Michelle, but when it came to Ariana on Vanderpump Rules, like she kind of sided with Sandoval. But to me, those are two totally different situations. Like that was Lala's job, and Ariana was making their job difficult. Like they were all going to film with Sandoval no matter what, and from Lala's perspective, I think she was making it way harder than it needed to be. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
she's
but
not like a main player on the show. Like Michelle's just a real friend, and she's like, "You fucking loser."
Yeah, I think that she sees herself a lot in Michelle too. Like she
that's
really
a good
relates to her in the sense of like having a guy totally dog you and you have
Yeah.
a daughter. You know, she even brought up Isabella. Like I think that she sees the daughter
Yeah.
and is so
She sees
triggered
red.
by that. Like she is like, nobody's gonna touch me and my babies.
That's such a good point. I didn't even think about it like that. But you're right. She sees herself in Michelle.
And she's like the defender of orca whales and women who have shitty ex-husbands.
Yeah, shitty ex-husbands. Also, we get another video message from Jackson rehab. Like, mega eye roll. So fake. I'm so confused by this rehab. Brittany reveals that basically Jax, when they decide to separate, Jax refused to move out of their home. So Brittany moved out into Airbnbs. And
this part is crazy.
yes, she does get like expensive Airbnbs because she needs an Airbnb with a pool because she wants her son, who has autism, to be happy and comfortable. And he, like, the pool is his happiness. Okay.
He should be at his own house. Let's just start
he
there.
should be at his own house. Let's start there. But she's not going to argue with Jax. Anyway, she finds out that Jax has not paid their mortgage since she moved out. And he said on the after show...
It's been like 3 or 4 months.
3 or 4 months. Like longer, I think. He said on the after show that he basically did that intentionally to be like, fuck you. Like, you're going to leave me. Like, you're going to have to deal with this.
Well, that's exactly what I was thinking. It's like, if I'm going down, you're coming down with me. Like,
I will ruin your life because you're ruining my life right now by trying to leave me.
That's where there's no growth. Like, you're going to come out of rehab and say that on the after show. Like, never mind Brittany. If you want to take her down, she did nothing wrong.
Totally.
Your son, that's the only person you're hurting.
And he was like crying about not seeing his son. And
Baby boy, I'm like, I don't believe your crocodile tears for 1 second.
Also, what kind of rehab?
It's so manipulative.
I feel like if you go to rehab, an intensive therapy program, 1, you don't get your phone. We already know that. 2, you are not supposed to be making any big life decisions while you're in rehab. So for his therapist to bring Brittany in,
Or communicating with your ex-partner.
So for
without
his
a therapist
to bring like Brittany in on like a group therapy session and basically confront Brittany that Jax has found a new apartment to move into and she can go back to the house that now owes like hundreds of thousands of dollars. That
After she signed her lease, though.
For 3 months, yeah. So now they're like, yay, like, we did something good. Why are they letting Jax, talk to, like, a real estate agent, talk to his friends, look for an apartment? Like, you're supposed to be focusing on your life and getting better. And why are they letting you make any sort of life decision at all? Anything, you go to rehab and then you want to get better, you move into, like, a halfway,
like not assisted living,
yeah, like a halfway house, or like people that are also struggling like with their sobriety, and you help each other. You don't just like move in next to your best friend and like have a sick apartment like that has nothing to do with like your wife and kid, and be surprised by Brittany's reaction.
It's so crazy.
We need to get the rehab on Nick Vile's podcast. Like, who's running that rehab?
No,
where's Dr. Drew?
I hate Dr. Drew. It's only feeding into, like, his narcissism that, like, he's right.
Yep.
He's correct. He's not doing anything wrong. He can continue with this bad behavior.
Totally. I saw a comment online that said Jack's not paying the mortgage was his way of financially manipulating her to make her think, like,
she needs him.
It's, like, it will be less of a burden for you to just not divorce me, because you're going to have to owe all this much debt and, like, deal with all of this crap, or just stay with me and, like, we'll figure it out together or whatever it is. And it's, like, he's so fucking sick. And what I loved about Nick Vile's podcast with Janet was he was asking her, why is everybody going so hard for Danny, but there's none of that same accountability being held for Jax? Everybody says, like, Jax is a good person deep down.
That's who he is. Yeah.
And
how deep do we have to go?
And Janet says, well, that's because, like, he has a family and we wanted him to be back with his family and do the best for his kids. And Nick says it gets to a certain point where Jax doesn't deserve to be a parent in his kid's life right now. Jax doesn't deserve to, like, be a husband. Yeah, Jax doesn't deserve to have friends. That's not what's best for him. What's best for him is, this is my point of view, like how I would and, like, honestly have handled, like, a situation like this. They need to be isolated and feel like they have lost everything. Because even Zach says Jax has hit rock bottom, but then he finds a rock and he looks underneath it because there's always 100%. Somebody there.
Yeah.
He always has somebody. You need everybody to cut you off to finally
Tom Schwartz.
Yes, to finally feel like, wow, maybe this is it. Yeah. This will be my life if I don't get back on.
I have to change.
I have to change. But he's not capable of changing.
No, he's not.
We will never see that. And I just hope that Brittany can stay strong. and just like, divorce, please get away.
No, I don't think she will ever go back with him. I think that now it's really crossed the line.
Nikki, in the after show, he was still bringing up the fact that she slept with his friend. I was like, it's a broken record. That's the only thing he has on her. And it's not even, he doesn't even have that on her. Like, they weren't together.
Oh my God.
They were separated.
He's never going to let it go.
He can't,
Never mind.
He's justifying every single action. He's like, well, I did just find out at the time that really rocked me. It's like, okay, that's it.
Okay. Also super disturbing that he put cards over all the surveillance tapes and is telling her, I know you're wearing a red shirt and ripped jeans because I have eyes and ears everywhere. That's so like stalker harassment.
While you're in rehab.
Yeah.
That we need to hear from the rehab. And I'm glad there's a reunion because I hope Andy, like, somebody, I just don't think there's going to be the questions and the justice
that's why
we're looking for. That is why we need Lala, because she's not afraid. She doesn't care.
And she knows Jax, and she'll call him out.
But Janet did say, like, Nick was like, are we going to see the men holding Jax accountable at all for the rest of the season? And Janet said, I don't think what you're looking for, like, you're going to get. Of course not. Like, they're in the after show well after this filmed. He's talking nonsense and not one person ever speaks up. Nobody ever says, like, Jax, that's a little crazy that you just said that. No producer.
They're all disturbed. It's only the women. None of the men.
Only the women. You're so right. None of the, like, what is this hold that Jax has over anybody?
It's bizarre.
And, like, any good sign you've seen of Jax is not authentic. It's not real. It's literally an act of a mastermind. Yep. Mm-hmm. Ugh, like, really, that's what makes it hard to watch the show.
Yeah. I wonder if because it's, like, not even just, like, I had to stop watching New York because I couldn't stand Ramona.
Yeah.
It's not even comparable to just disliking Ramona. You know, it's so deep and toxic, and I don't want to support a show that supports a human being like that. That's why it's hard to watch.
That's such a good point. It is hard to watch. But
oh my God, wait, one more thing from the beginning of the episode when Michelle was talking about marrying Aaron, and she said that Isabella said, like, if you want to marry, one day I hope that you marry Aaron, and if you want to marry Aaron, Jesse has to go.
It has to mean, like...
What?
To the wedding. Because Nia was, like, laughing, and Nia would not agree with that comment.
Like, Jesse would go to the wedding, right? We just,
I
like,
was
clipped
thinking
out
about that, too. I was like, there's no way. Like,
that
the way Nia's reaction,
crazy.
Like, they had to have edited that to make Michelle look a certain way, because there's no way... One, like, if your daughter said that their dad has to go, that's really sad. That's not funny. That's not a funny thing. But if they're saying,
and that's
like...
not something that you should be sharing either.
If they're saying, like, daddy has to go to the wedding, like, that's...
Right.
Like, cute and innocent. That's what, like, a 4-year-old would say. Not like they had got to get out of here so we can bring Aaron in.
Even... I just don't like any part of the kids, like, being mentioned, you know? Like, I don't even want her... Even if he did say, like, oh, daddy has to go to the wedding. Like, don't... repeat what your 4-year-old is saying. Like, this is gonna
about your bug-eyed boyfriend.
Yeah. Oh my God. All the previews for next week. I was like,
oh my God. I'm like, why is he in every episode
with his big eyes?
It's so creepy.
Scary.
But he's a rebound. He's a rebound.
Is he?
Of course he is.
Or is he?
No.
Has he been?
She'll come to her senses.
Around.
He's around, but hopefully not for long. Anything else on the Valley before we move into SH Part 1?
Nope.
Okay, Summer House had the first part of the reunion. Not the, like, most... I guess, what are we really going to talk about this reunion that we haven't been talking about for 3 months?
Right.
Like...
I was surprised that we got so deep into West and Sierra.
Oh my God, same. I was like, wait, guys, what?
I
we're still
completely
here?
forgot that was even a thing.
It's like 2 years ago. I'm like, we're still here? I do want to say Queen Paige... Andy started right off the bat firing questions. The way that she is never shaken or like she can't be rattled, I so respect. She just like doesn't even care. Her responses just roll off the tongue. She doesn't even stop to think about them. They just come right out of her mouth.
That's why she's good at what she does.
That is why she's good. And the most important fact that she made, saying that Craig never had a ring. was that if he did really have a
Hilarious.
ring, he would have asked her dad and or her mom. They would have been involved in making the ring, especially a custom ring. Carl's like, you can't just like return a custom ring and like get your money back. That's not how it works. Like,
Okay, I was
fact,
actually pissed that Andy was like, "Oh, Carl, by the way, what did you do with your ring?" And then Paige made a joke and was like, "Oh, he sold it to Craig."
I thought
Like,
that was
yeah,
funny.
what did happen? Like, but no, don't
No.
make a joke. Like, we didn't get the answer.
That was the theme
Andy
for this.
asked the question.
Nikki, that was the theme for this whole episode. Questions not being answered because the chatter, the side chatter, was off
could
the
not
chain.
stop.
They were
And
all.
Paige was prime suspect one.
Paige was prime suspect one. Everybody was just having conversations while everyone's trying to.
I'm like, what is
I
happening?
know, like, shut
I noticed
up.
that too. It was crazy.
So annoying. I was like, no, we need to get to the
Yeah,
bottom
and like
of all
making
of
little
these things.
jokes,
Yeah.
like.
And I have
also
subtitles
Paige,
on, so when you make a little joke, I don't know what you're saying. I can't see
what
the
did you
words.
think about Paige cutting off West and being like, all right, well, you didn't have to talk so much.
Like he was.
He did have to cut it
rambling.
off, but I was like, Paige, shut up.
I know he was rambling a little bit.
But let the man speak. He has 2 years worth of
I know.
thoughts in his head.
I do feel like they revealed like a little bit more, but I'm just so removed from West and Sierra at this point.
I just hope that they could be friends again.
I almost feel like there could be like maybe not if say this summer they become friends, right? They have a good time. Next summer they're both single. West
And
is a
he's
little
maybe a
deeper
little
into his
readier.
30s.
Readier.
Sierra's probably going to be 30. Like he basically said at this reunion that like his relationship with Sierra is like the deepest he's
Right.
ever had.
Friendship wise, or
That's
about,
not
like, yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
Like I could see the right person, wrong time. Because
Yeah.
if we're still sad and talking about this 2 years later, like come on.
Yeah. And they
There's
really
more
did
there.
have something special. I hope that they do find their way back.
They
Friends
did.
or not.
Friends or not.
I don't think that she will open the door to hook up with him again just because she doesn't want to go down that road.
I don't know.
Because if you go down that road, now there's really no coming
No,
back.
but if she's in the mindset like hot girl summer, like I don't fucking
Hook
care
up.
about this little twerp.
Pray-
I just want
play
to have a
him a
good
little
time
bit.
and like you're here. And also
Right.
like maybe she's going out and still flirting with the guys, but it's like Andrea for Paige. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
I
a
think
good
she could
time.
do it.
Just like light. And then
Yeah.
maybe Wes will develop feelings.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
would
Play
be-
him a little bit. Give him a
that would
taste
be
of
the
his own
dream.
medicine.
Totally. I did feel when they finally bring Imral out, I felt so bad when he said Andy asked him like how his family, like being super religious, has taken to him on the show and his portrayal, and he said that his brother like told him like not
Disinvited
to
him.
come to
Yeah.
his nephew's birthday party. That was really sad, and I do hope that Imral. I don't think he'll come back, but I wouldn't mind
I
seeing
don't
him
think he will
back
either.
for a redemption.
I wouldn't either. I thought his placement on the couch was like they
was, like,
obviously just the
bent
whole time
over.
his neck was like crinked to look at Andy. The
Totally.
angles were so weird.
I
Like
agree.
anytime he talked, we were just like looking at his side profile because he had to turn his whole body like an owl.
I know.
To even look at Andy.
It was uncomfortable.
He was like, here's how the couches were going, like in a line, and his was just like veered off to the side.
It was awkward.
Very.
They finally bring up Toegate, and everybody just like
was bad.
brushed it off, like making fun, laughing. I felt so sad for Lexi.
I felt really
Emerald
bad
did
for her.
say like nothing happened. At this point, I do believe nothing happened because there's audio footage, obviously, from that
I don't think they would
37
show
minutes.
it. Yeah.
But if they know that more happened, I feel like they would blow up Jesse's spot. Totally.
Then that becomes
Like they would like air some noises. Do you know what I
Maybe.
mean? That are and
I
don't
guess, but if it was the opposite, and if they were doing that to a woman, that would be like really violation of
know. That's a good point.
privacy. So they probably don't want to like
Even get involved.
almost embarrass him,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like violate him like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what I think.
I do think nothing happened, but it was so sad to see everybody laughing and joking about like Jesse, like everything Jesse said, they were defending him. I was like,
Yeah.
guys, really? Like they really go
mean.
so hard for Jesse and nobody is ever like not one person on that couch was thinking about Lexi.
Gabby
It was so sad. Gabby was. I actually feel like Gabby rolled into the reunion and she did not give a fuck to be there. Like Andy said hi to her, and she was like, hi, and walked right by. And he was like, I
She
like
was
your
my
hair.
best dressed.
Yeah, he was like, I like your hair. Like, she did not care. Like, she didn't want to be there. Because I think she
Yeah.
knew this is exactly what was going to happen. Like, they're all
Yeah,
going
it
to take
was,
Jesse's side. Nobody cares about Lexi. They think she's, like, just irrelevant, which is really how they made her feel. And Andy, I was so happy, like, stuck up for her. He was like, you guys are all laughing, but you want to know who's not laughing? Lexi.
Yeah.
Like, this really
During the
affected her.
season, I didn't think that Amanda, Sierra, and Paige were mean girls. I know a lot of people online did have that opinion.
I didn't think so.
I didn't, but I thought as a whole the cast was being mean to Lexi. Like, that's
Totally.
embarrassing. Like, you're all giggling about something that's like really messed up.
Really messed it up. I think because of Lexi's press tour postseason,
People are pissed.
they're pissed. They maybe think she had like ulterior motives the whole time. Like,
Right.
so I think that just like dug the nail in the grave. They're like, they don't like Lexi, so they're not sticking up for her. Even the way that Lexi was like, I feel like you guys, like, no one really was like there for me. And Paige, I felt like snapped. It was like, I told you not to date him. I was like, oh
that's
my God,
not what
Paige,
she's
that's not
saying,
being
yeah.
supportive. And then they show clips where the last day or like one party, she was like, you can break up with him. That's not giving somebody the floor to speak about their feelings, like in an honest way, like to get feedback. I was just so turned off by that. I felt so sad for her. Even though I flip-flop on Lexi, on one side, I'm like, oh my God, we're so over it. Like, this guy's a loser. You know who's a loser. You needed something for the show. But then on the other hand, I'm like, no, in the moment, she was into it. When she finally moved on, she's reflecting now on things that happened in their relationship and realizing a lot of it was not okay. And now she's speaking about it. So I could see both sides of Lexi.
I'm ready to be done with this. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think she's coming back next season. I don't think she should come back next season. I
totally
don't
agree.
think this is a show for her.
It's not the show for her.
Not my favorite character, but I did feel very bad for her.
I felt bad for her too. And I just wonder, like, what are we going to talk about in part 2? I guess Amanda and Kyle and babies.
Yes, we are going to dig into the babies because we see
Yeah.
her say, like, I want to have kids with somebody who wants to have kids with
Yes. And then soft bar, we're going to get into, which, like, no offense, Carly, don't care about soft bar. Like, at all.
No, maybe we'll get into Lindsay and the baby.
Oh, and Turner.
Yes.
And what's the future for Gabby?
I don't know. What's the
I
future
was
for
kind of
any
like,
of them?
why is she on the reunion? Like, what is she going to say?
I feel like the big reveal is going to be about Lindsay
Yes.
coming back or not coming back.
Oh, maybe they're just waiting.
Because, like, we do need to know at this point.
Yeah.
When they filmed the reunion, I think she probably has some idea of what's going to happen.
People online were comparing Lexi and Jesse to Sierra and Austin. And, like, everybody rode so hard for Sierra. And, like, the drama with Lindsay. And, like, Sierra, like, threw a glass, remember, at Danielle because of Lindsay and Austin. And, like, Lindsay being inappropriate with Austin when he was, like, kind of still talking to Sierra.
Yep.
And Sierra not having any recognition for, like, her flirty relationship with Jesse. Putting all of the onus, like, on Jesse for him to make the move when everybody knew there was something going on. And she was engaging in that behavior as well. Like, how would the tables be turned? Like, how?
Oh,
would she,
yeah. It would have
I
never
know.
flown.
And it's because they don't have a relationship with Lexi. Like,
Yeah, they
that's
don't
what it comes
care.
down to. They like Jesse. They don't care about Lexi.
Yeah.
It's
I thought Lexi looked different.
her hair.
Like, her face.
She did.
I don't know if she got, like, a lot of filler or something. Or,
I
but
need
her
her to just
face
wear
looked different.
a slick back bun permanently. Like, that's the vibe for her. Like,
Yeah.
gorgeous. Slick back
I thought
bun.
she looked great, but I don't know why her face looked different to me.
She did look different. Oh, I saw that next week, Andy posted that Amanda and Kristen Cavallari are going to be on an episode of Watch What Happens Live together. He was like, tweet me your questions. How messy is that going to get? Andy's going to have the best night of his life, just like meddling, like asking everything about Craig, asking Amanda what she thinks. Did you know Craig and Kristen like kissed or like allegedly like hooked up or whatever?
I wonder
so
if
excited.
Paige has any sort of conversation with Kristen.
Kristen
Like,
does not
do they
give a
just-
fuck.
Do they dislike each other? Do they?
I don't think Paige is even a blip on Kristen's radar.
She's like, you're not.
I think
nothing but
Kristen did a TikTok with Paige's like voiceover. Paige had like a trending sound And I think Kristen did a TikTok.
But to be funny, right? Like, she
To be
knows who
funny.
Paige is.
Of course. And I'm sure
Okay.
Andy's going to be like, Kristen, like, what do you think about the breakup with Paige and Craig? And she's going to be like,
I don't know.
no, she's going to be like, I
just
don't give a fuck. She literally does not care. Like,
Craig was a good kisser.
oh, wait, I heard myself say like 100 times. And I did want to say, now that I'm so aware of my likes, I'm
You're
aware
working
of
on it?
everybody's likes. West could not go a sentence without saying like 100 times.
Yeah.
Everything I listen to now, I'm like, they're all saying like 100 times. They're
And
professionals.
with the Mormon wives,
Oh
it's
my God.
because the subtitles, it's every other word is like.
Everybody does it like
Nope.
we are working on it, but we're not the only ones. Like, I don't want to be ashamed of my likes anymore.
Yeah.
Okay?
As we
It's
said,
who I am.
you guys, our slogan, we're doing our best.
We're doing our best. We're working on it, but also, aren't we all?
Not that much. Yeah. Like,
No, I have to edit out like 400 fucking likes when I edit the podcast, and that's the time consuming part. So I'm leaving them in. Deal with it, guys.
Yeah.
My mom's gonna immediately be like, a lot of likes this episode.
and then you're going to spiral and be like, actually, I need to take them out.
I'm gonna delete the episode and repost it. Also, quick thing before we get to our not mad about it. Paige's new Spritz Dunkin' Donuts commercial is so funny.
Wait, did I see it?
I sent it to you.
Did I
Maybe you didn't
watch
see
it?
it. Okay,
No, I
so
don't think I
Paige
did.
has a new collab with Dunkin' Donuts where it's like a spritz refresher.
But what do you mean spritz?
Nikki,
In
it's
relation
literally called
to
like a Dunkin'
spritz?
Donuts spritz. And no, they're like, I think they're making fun of like Craig. They're capitalizing
That-
on the joke.
That's like when Ariana was doing the Duracell batteries.
Totally. No, it's like they have a drink now that's called like a spritz refresher. Like, it's new. And Paige is the spokesperson for it.
Brilliant. I love to see it.
And
I love
her
to
cat,
see.
Daphne, is in the commercial for it. It's like Paige and Daphne.
Oh, poor
I
Craig.
know. Gorgeous cat, though.
Gorgeous.
But so funny. She's like, I'm so done
So
with you,
funny.
dude.
Cha-ching.
She is making big.
Oh, and
bucks.
did you see that Andy asked if it's intentional that she doesn't say Craig's name?
Yeah.
She just refers to him as my ex, and she says, absolutely, you will never hear me speak his name again.
Just like Lala.
Oh,
It's different, but like, we get it,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, like, you don't have that privilege anymore. Like, who?
Yeah. And also because then that's going to be picked up in a headline. Mm-hmm. Paige, like, their names together, and she doesn't
Yep.
want to deal with it. Like, she's
Yep.
done, as she should be. Ugh, I'm over it too. I'm kind of, as much as I love Summer House, the drama this season, I'm ready to move on from.
Right, we don't need a reunion. It's okay. Like, we talked about the toe all summer. We
Yeah,
know Lexi
I do
and
want to
Jesse are
hear
done.
Paige and Kyle. I want to get into that. But other than that,
Who, Amanda and Kyle?
I mean, Amanda and Kyle, I want to
Yeah.
get into that a little bit deeper. But yeah, I'm done with the stuff. Like, we don't need to bring Toegate back
Yeah,
up.
we're good.
Part 2. Okay, are you ready if you're not mad about it? Because I'm so excited to
am.
talk about mine.
I can't wait.
Okay, if you're new here, we do a segment every week, not mad about it. Something that popped into our head, something that made us happy, just something we're really not mad about, obviously. And one thing that I'm not mad about is Gia Giudice's new podcast. We were hating on it. Not hating on it, but we were like, why does she need a podcast? Like, what is she going to do? And
Yeah, this little girl.
little girl, the clips have been, she's crushing it, targeting
Yeah.
me. And I was thinking, because she just had on Lexi, Dina's daughter, who we have not heard from in
Gorgeous.
gorgeous. But when was the last time we heard from Lexi? 15 years ago?
Yeah. When she had like braces
she was
and glasses.
13?
Yeah.
So much to say. And I was thinking, who's going to be next? Like, Lauren Manzo?
Maybe.
Ashley Jacqueline's daughter? Like,
I
Gia
would
needs
love
to
to see
be...
that.
Gia's had on. Then I start scrolling through her page. I'm like, who else she had on? She had like Brianna Chicken Fry. She had on. But she
Have you
had on.
listened?
No, but if she gets
get-
these guests that I want, I will listen. She had Sammy Sheen on, Charlie Sheen's daughter. That she needs to be her demo. She needs to have on kids
Yeah.
of reality stars or
That's
kids
a great
that
idea.
are in reality TV or their families in reality TV.
Brilliant.
Or like she needs to have on all of these kids, get their perspective, and like
Right.
names that we know or people that will be like, wow, I want to hear from them. Like,
Yeah.
that needs to be her niche because that's what we don't need. Bravo Next Gen. We don't need that stupid
Right.
show. But like, you can get
I would
Brielle
love to see
Bierman
exactly who
on
I
a
was gonna say.
podcast, Ariana Bierman on a podcast, the
Exactly.
boys,
Yep.
the twins. I'll listen to
Yep.
them on a podcast just to hear.
Would she ever in 10 million years have Antonia on?
Now that would be big bucks for her.
That would
Big
be
bucks.
big bucks. Yeah.
Big bucks. But that's what she needs to do. Gia,
Brilliant.
if you see this, please pivot to children of reality stars, reality shows, people like you. That's who we want to hear from.
Yeah. And you know it. You live that life. It's so common ground, and you could
Totally.
easily ask a million questions because you've lived it yourself.
Well, and because she's curious. It's questions
Right.
that she, like, this is her experience. Did you experience the same thing? And it doesn't have to just be Bravo.
I love your idea, but I just also want to talk about Lexi real quick being
Yeah.
on the show. So
What does she do for work? Like, I feel like she would have
know.
a
I know-
real big professional job.
I feel like
Like
Dina
PR or
works
something.
lives in California. She's like kind of woo woo, like crystals.
Yeah, the last I saw of her was she was making, like, parsley juice.
The last I saw with her, she was making like bedazzled like statues.
Okay, that tracks.
But it was so interesting because Lexi is the daughter of Dina Manzo. Dina doesn't speak to her sister Caroline, who was on the show. So now Lexi doesn't have communication with her cousins in the same
Yeah.
exact way that Gia doesn't have communication with her cousins because her
Well,
mom and
drama.
her uncle are fighting. So I actually might listen
Yeah.
because I really like Lexi too. And I
I
would
like
love to hear
Lexi,
like,
too.
what's Dina up to?
So true.
What's
Maybe we
Lexi up
should.
to?
I know. But that's
Let's
what I'm saying.
listen.
Gia, this is the target.
Yeah, I love it. Great idea.
And we'll shout you guys out. We've got a
Fine.
lot of followers.
A lot of them.
Get a lot of listens over there.
Yep.
All right. Nips.
Okay, my not mad about it is kind of something I am mad about, but I'm going to turn it into a positive.
You're dealing
So
with it.
my daughter is 19 months. She is my third, and she is just like really the grand finale. She is something special. She thinks that she's 5, like her brother. She wants to do everything they're doing, walk. She doesn't like to be in her stroller anymore. The cart. I cannot take this kid to a store. It's like my window for her to sit is so short
Yeah.
that I can't even do the supermarket anymore. Like it
Will
has
she
to be
walk, though?
well in the what do you mean?
Like, okay, she just wants to sit in the cart. Will
Yeah.
she walk, put her hand on the cart, walk next to you? That's what I
No,
do
she'll
with Callum.
take her hand and go like that to the aisle and knock
okay.
everything over.
Yeah, she's not.
It depends on what mood she's in.
She's still really young to
Yeah, she's
want to
really
care
feisty
to listen.
too.
Yeah.
But I just like couldn't do it to the supermarket, and I did a delivery from Stop and Shop, which I haven't done since COVID.
Peapod?
Shout out. Yeah, and I don't even know if it was Peapod. I guess it was, but it came fairly quick, like within a few hours.
Okay.
My biggest fear with the online ordering and delivery is the quality of the produce.
Totally. I feel the same way.
I always get smashed moldy berries. Like nothing is ripe, nothing is good, or it's too ripe,
Yeah.
or it's not ripe enough. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I asked for a ripe mango. A ripe mango I got.
Wow.
I asked for 2 ripe avocados. I got 2 ripe avocados. My strawberries were gorgeous. And they don't pull the food out of the Stop and Shop, like
Oh.
supermarket. They bring it from the warehouse. So I'm like, oh, they have like the good shit at the
Wait,
warehouse?
I didn't know that. Well, they
Yes.
just have like a plethora there.
Yeah. And it's like good.
Oh my God, I had no
It's
idea.
not just like the picked through crap at the supermarket that's left over for us.
That's what they do
But
in
I
Whole
did have
Foods.
to pay $10 delivery, which is annoying. But I'm sure I can find like a little promo or something.
Yeah.
But it is something that I will be doing again.
I mean,
I was very nervous.
here's your
Not mad about
promo.
it. So yeah, Stop and Shop.
Stop and Shop.
Code NIPS20.
Yeah. Can we get a code, please? For our girl?
So not mad about a delivery service.
That's a good one. I always forget that that exists, especially when I was like super postpartum. Andrew was like, just get it delivered. He's like, or order groceries and I'll pick it up on my way home from work.
no, I thought it was like the craziest thing.
Yeah. But it does make sense. We did that a lot actually when we lived in Boston. He was like, and I was pregnant with Callum. He's like, it was winter. He's like, just order it and I'll pick it up. Who cares? I was like, "Ugh, I forget that I could do that.
So easy.
Same for Target. I
Yes.
forget that I can. Sometimes I do it where I'm like, oh, I don't know if I have time. Like it's gonna ruin, set things back if I have to like go to Target an hour.
I just always get worried that they're not going to like pick what I like. or like they're gonna pick the wrong thing on accident, or
because they won't. I don't know. They don't want to dig deep.
then you could deal with it when that happens.
Oh my god!
Give them the benefit of the doubt.
Do you think you're going to keep using it?
I think I might.
TBD.
For big orders, like if I just have to go like run and get some chicken, like But if I'm doing a whole
for the week,
every aisle I'm hitting up, like I can't. It's too long for her to sit.
Yeah.
Unless I'm just like feeding her a million snacks.
Well, that's
and then
the
that
thing.
gets messy, and then I have a million. Then I leave the supermarket and half my stuff's already eaten. So
no, literally the supermarket is just a buffet for Callum.
no,
It's
because
like
you know what? I need the
cucumber,
free
banana.
snacks.
We do free snacks, and then he still wants to eat his way through. Like I'm spending $6 in pouches
I know.
and fucking oat bars.
I know.
But it's also it's a cycle that never ends. Jeez. Yeah.
But love it. Not mad about it.
Well, guys, we hope you enjoy this episode. If you did, send it to somebody you think will enjoy it too. If there's somebody in your life that would be really into niche, millennial style reality TV news, send them our way. We won't be mad about it.
We're
really
here for
appreciate
you.
it. Yeah, we're here for you. We love you guys. We'll see you next Monday. Yeah. Bye.
Love you guys. Bye.